Good afternoon, Southwest Arkansas, and welcome back to Southwest Arkansas Weather. We got a lot to talk about in today's live stream here, from talking about severe weather chances tomorrow to wind chills in the teens, single digits potentially by Monday morning, to what's going on at the end of next week. We got a lot to talk about, and we are going to start off with the first thing that's up on our list to occur first, and that's the severe weather chance for tomorrow. Here's a regional wide look at this. It goes from up towards Jonesboro, over towards Jackson, Tennessee, over towards Huntsville, Alabama, down basically splits Alabama in half, and the marginal risk all the way over here to include portions of southwest Arkansas. And as we see here, really the higher risk for severe weather, or the highest risk for severe weather, will be across southeastern Arkansas. But we do have that marginal risk here. That's 1 out of 5 severe weather risk, that darker green colored area for Sunday. This is your marginal risk, and this goes for the Hot Springs Village, Hot Springs, Malvern, Arkadelphia, Hope, just outside of Texarkana areas, and including Prescott, Delight, those areas there. That's a 1 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. Then your yellow colored area is a slight risk, which is a 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. That includes the Sheridan area, the Fordyce area, Camden, Magnolia, El Dorado areas. Then you have that yellow colored enhanced risk, which is the far southeastern portions of Arkansas, and down there to Monroe in Louisiana, and over there in portions of Jackson, Mississippi there as well. So real quickly, taking a look at these different threats for this, starting off first with the tornado outlook, you can see we do have a small tornado outlook here. It's a low-end tornado risk, this brown-colored area here for the Camden, El Dorado, Magnolia areas. Then that small tornado risk, or that very low-end tornado threat there just east of the Arkadelphia area as well. I don't want the severe weather chance to get overlooked from all the talk about winter weather. I think this is kind of getting buried in that, and I want to mention that. Want to mention this first off before we even get to talking about what else is in store as well. Then taking a look at the damaging wind outlook, you can see there's a medium end damaging wind risk for most of that same severe weather area there for most of southeastern Arkansas. And you can see it gets a little higher in that enhanced risk there. That red-colored area is your higher-end severe weather threat and your higher-end damaging wind potential. And here's a look at the large hail potential. Not a very big large hail potential there as well. So real quickly, I do want to show what models are showing for this with the HRRR model and go over that. So give me just 1 second and let me switch this here and pull this model up. This is the HRRR model, and give me just one moment and we will pull that up over here. And what you're going to see here with this is really throughout the day tomorrow, storms are going to look likely later in the day tomorrow. This starts off at 12 p.m. today, so it's already a little past that time. As you know, it's 4:30 currently. And as we go throughout the rest of today, some more scattered showers will be a possibility. One thing I do want to mention with this model guidance and data is, remember, this is the general idea, not the exact thing that's going to happen. So just remember that. This helps us build a forecast. It's not the only tool to build a forecast. It helps us build the forecast. It's one of the many pieces to the puzzle of forecasting. It's not the only tool that we use. But as we go forward throughout the day today and throughout this evening, some rain chances will be possible overnight tonight. But really, as we go throughout the morning, not seeing a whole lot, maybe some showers, but by that 12 p.m. time frame, you'll start to see some more storms forming basically around that I-30 corridor and east. And we will have to watch these for a severe potential come tomorrow afternoon and evening. That line quickly develops into a QLC line, and as QCLS line, and as that moves across the area, that will have a small tornado threat with that, and then those quickly move out of the area by that 5 p.m. time frame, and then that cold air filters in behind that. Real quickly, I do want to just go over the setup briefly, so we're going to take a little regional-wide look at this and show you what we're meaning with this. So first, starting off with the 500 millibar level heights. This is your upper atmosphere, or about 13,000 feet up into the atmosphere. What you're looking at on this map here is basically what you get usually when you get your troughs, your low pressure systems, your ridges, all of that fun stuff that really help drive the weather patterns that we get, or the what helps drives the patterns that give us the weather that we get. And as you see, as we go into Sunday, there'll be a low pressure system up here around the Louisiana, or not Louisiana, that is the Oklahoma and Kansas border. You are going to have to bear with me this week. It's going to be a very interesting week with just the weather in terms of weather. So low pressure system over the over northern Oklahoma, southern Kansas area come Sunday, and as this moves forward, you see that brings the system over our area, and you can see there's some good southwest flow out of the southwest up there in the upper levels of the atmosphere. And if we take a look at the instability levels here, taking a look at the surface-based instability for tomorrow, you'll see as we go forward, this instability really kicks into gear coming that tomorrow afternoon time frame. There's around 1,000 joules of forecasted instability there across southeastern portions of Arkansas, and that'll have that severe weather threat with it there as well. And then as you see, that quickly moves off and that cold air filters in behind it. Taking a look at this as well, because the significant tornado parameter, I do want to show you this once again. This is basically a tool used to help us go, hey, there may be a tornado threat with this. That name I know throws a lot of people off, but this just shows that, hey, that there could be a tornado threat there potentially with that line of storms, or that QLCS line of storms as we go throughout the day tomorrow. We'll have to watch that tomorrow afternoon for that severe weather potential. And then after that, here's where it gets interesting. We're going to show you what first let me show you the dew points with this as well, because you'll still have that moisture and instability and a wind energy available there. As you can see, dew points in the 60s there, and then that cold front moves through and pretty much dries us out there for the rest of your day there on Sunday. So basically what we're getting at is tomorrow, stay weather aware if you're in southeastern Arkansas, and if you are east of the I-30 corridor area, stay weather aware tomorrow. We do have that chance of severe weather. There is a tornado threat with that. It's on the lower side of things, but I don't want that tornado threat to get, or the severe threat to get overlooked with all the talk about winter weather, because as soon as you talk about winter weather, people just tune out anything related to severe weather, and I just wanted to briefly mention that. But one thing I do want to mention as well is the wind gust potential, and really as that front moves through tomorrow, you're going to notice there's going to be a lot of wind behind this as well. It's going to be windy. It's also going to help allude to wind chill values being in the teens and maybe even single digits across portions of Arkansas come overnight Sunday and into the day there on Monday. So as we go throughout this time frame, you'll notice tomorrow windy conditions look likely. Now don't take these numbers as that's exactly what's going to occur. Just know that 20, 30 mile per hour wind gusts, maybe even up to 40 mile per hour wind gusts will be a possibility as we go throughout that overnight time frame and throughout the day there, throughout the morning anyways, there on your Monday morning. And if we take a closer look here and we zoom in, I do want to show you something that we've been mentioning here. This is your wind chills, or potential wind chill value. So this is basically when you go outside and you feel the wind hit you in the face, that's the temperature that you're feeling. And when we mention this is you're going to notice what we've been talking about. There's going to be a big temperature drop as we go throughout the day tomorrow. This starts off, this model starts off at Saturday at 12 p.m. once again, moves forward throughout the overnight time frame, and you'll see there'll be some warm air lifting north by 7 a.m. Temperatures will actually overnight tonight. You'll notice they'll rise as we go throughout the overnight hours, and we'll see temperatures potentially in the mid to or upper 50s to the mid 60s potentially. But look, as that cold front comes through, you're going to see temperatures right behind that cold front. You're talking they're going to drop off quickly. Mena by 1 p.m. in a matter of 2 hours can go from 57 to potentially 32 with wind chill values. And then down here in El Dorado, there may be an area that sees the upper 60s, maybe even near 70 degrees, and temperatures quickly, and I mean quickly, drop off behind this front. And then you see wind chill temperatures by Sunday evening. Here's what we've been mentioning. Here's 5 p.m. potential wind chill values by by that evening time frame there on Sunday, already in the teens, 20s, 30s across the area, and it's just still going to keep dropping into the potentially single digits by the overnight time frame across some areas. And as you see, by 6 a.m. come Monday morning, Mina's potentially in the single digits. Elsewhere, wind chill values are in the teens. And if we go and show you what actual temperatures look like, temperatures are going to be in the teens to upper 20s across the area. It's just how cold or how strong of wind we have. Those wind chill values will make it feel very, very cold outside come tomorrow. And then that trend continues at least throughout the morning, or well, really tomorrow evening through the overnight time frame. Then we're in for a colder week ahead of next week. We'll have a 6-day forecast out this evening, and we'll have more information on that. Now, to get to the big elephant in the room, talking about the late half of next week, I do want to start off by saying we're at day 5. We're 5 days away from this event. Right now, we're in the signal phase. You're not going to see us post a accumulation map of what we could potentially see until we get a little closer. I do want to say right now, you did see us post earlier the European ensemble, what shows the probability that there could be that there's a chance for 1 inch snow or more, and those signals are there, and they show that that there's a chance, or there's some pretty good signals. Right now we're in that phase where you get signals that this is a signal that that this is showing that there could be some winter weather. Now, where is the cutoff with this? Who sees rain? Who sees snow? Who sees a wintry mix? That's still to be determined. You did see us mention as well earlier, and we're going to show you this in data. I just want to get this off before we even start, because you're going to see a lot of stuff later this week. There's going to be a lot of hype around it. There's going to be a lot of just regular posts where we're just trying to tell you what's going on that some people are going to think's hype. It's just the way it is, winter weather. There's a lot of stuff that you can find out there. One thing, like James Bryan always says this, and this is one thing I'll say: find you a few good sources that you can trust and follow them and go with that. And continue to watch this upcoming week in that Friday time frame. Right now we're in the signal time frame, and looking at this, I do want to show you first off what the upper level pattern looks like. And where this is coming from. As we go forward here, you'll see here's our system for Sunday. Here across Arkansas, this is for the Sunday-Monday time frame. Then after that, we move forward, and you'll notice that there'll be a system that let's get to this area here. You'll notice this system back off over here in the western U.S. This system is going to really be what helps us get some of that potential there. We're going to have that cold air there, but timing is going to be really dependent on what we could potentially see there with that. What happens with this system? When does it phase, or how does it phase, and when does it eject, and all of that fun stuff is going to really determine what we see moving forward with that. Before I show you this surface, or show you the precipitation type and all this fun stuff, I do want to just come down here to a more regional level and show you the 850 millibar temperature level heights and temperatures. This is basically about 5,000 feet up into the atmosphere, and this shows, as we go into this time frame, you'll notice here that this shows a little warm nose. And what you'll see here is this, as we go into Monday and this week, this shows temperatures in Celsius. And what this shows is that temperatures look to be below average for most of this time frame. We get a wind out of the north. That's going to help keep us cold. But as we go forward here, you'll notice that continues through Wednesday, and it's looking good for us. That's showing below average temperatures even into that Friday time frame. But you'll notice, look at this little patch right here. This is what we call that warm nose, or warm air advection, that may try to sneak its way into southwest Arkansas. And if that can occur, look at this. This shows it right there about 5,000 feet up into the atmosphere. A few areas there that temperatures could be just above freezing. Now, what would this lead to? That would lead to potentially some of us starting out seeing snow and then transition into maybe ice or rain event. It's still early, is what I'm getting at. This is signal. These are the type of signals we'll have to watch as we move forward into the later half of this week, and we should start to get a better idea as we go forward with this. Once again, you're going to see a lot of posts, and then that cold air comes back. What this means is, if we take a look at the precipitation type and rating and ratings, or the precipitation type and rate, you'll see that we'll see some storms tomorrow. And on the backside of this low pressure system, depending on the upper level moisture and lower level moisture, I'm not ruling out the possibility that some of our higher elevations, or just some areas across northern portions of the coverage area, that's Polk County, Montgomery County, or the Mena area really, there may be a chance at a few flurries overnight, Sunday night, but I think it's going to stay further north. Not expecting any accumulation out of that. And I know this will be a question, and I want to get to that. With all this rain and then the quick drop off with temperatures, will that cause any roads to freeze, any of that? With the wind that we have coming in and the consistent, overnight 20, 30 mile per hour wind gusts, I don't think it'll cause issues, not expecting it to, because it'll dry those roads off quickly before temperatures can drop. And as we go forward here, you'll see, not expecting a lot through this week, but here comes our system. Remember, right now it's still early, so take this as a grain of salt. I'm not going to show you snowfall accumulations because this one model wanted to dump a bunch of snow over us, and that is, right now, that's unlikely. It's that time where models are going to do that and such here as well. But you'll see there's an area, this shows snow potentially there, and then shows that rain coming in behind it potentially. But the real question is, where does this set up at? Well, who sees wintry mix? Who sees snow? Who sees rain? There's going to be a lot of questions that we have to iron out, details that we have to iron out, and then that moves through, and then we're done with that by the weekend. But there's so many details we'll have to iron out with this. Once again, we'll watch it closely. You just have that warm nose there that's piquing our interest. That if that moves in, that keeps temperatures just a little above freezing, above the surface, and maybe down to the surface. That'll throw kinks into what we could potentially see there with that. Now, I know the ensembles are showing some good signals that, hey, there's a potential for 1 inch or, up to an inch of snow. So that's a signal that, hey, some winter weather will be possible moving forward. We just have to iron out the rest of the details going into that Friday to Thursday, Friday time frame, or the 9th, January 9th and 10th time frame. As we get closer, we plan on doing many more of these live streams and continuing to iron out the details with you, and we'll start to get a general better idea with that. Be careful with a lot of apps and that stuff. They're gonna change left and right. These model runs are gonna change consistently left and right. Right now, the best way to put it is we'll probably be in that battle zone of, will we see that warm, or will we see temperatures above freezing, or will we see them below freezing? Because if you remember, to get snow, you want the atmosphere from top bottom to be below freezing all the way to get those snowflakes. If you get a warm layer, that could potentially lead to, your more ice scenarios or sleet scenarios. There's just a whole lot that can go wrong with winter weather setups. Things have to line up perfectly to get a good snow. If we do get snow, here's the thing. It's not going to be that dry, powdery snow that we've got the past few years. It looks like it's going to be more of that wet snow potential as we go forward. We'll have to iron out, who sees what. There's a lot of details we'll have to iron out. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I do want to show you what the GFS shows as well. Just real quickly here, this is actually a new run of it, so we'll see what this shows. Once again, this has this system coming in today, and then this weekend it shows pretty much the similar scenario. Let me get that out there. Where this actually brings in more of a wintry mix, doesn't even have it starting out as snow, showing us some snow, rain. It's just right now, we'll have to see what occurs with this there's a lot of details that's got to be ironed out. Basically, the general idea here is that there's a chance for winter weather. What type of winter weather? Will that warm nose will that little warm nose or temperatures just barely above freezing? Will that cause a factor? Will that be a trend that we see moving forward throughout the next little bit here? If we take a look at the 850 millibar level temperatures here, let's take a look at that and see if this shows something similar. This shows going into the Tuesday, Wednesday, let's see here, Thursday. It does show some warm air there as well. So that'll be something we'll have to watch just around that 850 millibar level hot, because that can make a lot of people, that can make a forecast bust real quickly if you're not careful in seeing snow, winter weather, or seeing rain. So just remember that there's still a lot of details that's got to be ironed out. We're going to be in that. Southwest Arkansas looks to be in that area where it's really we're going to have to watch and see what occurs with that. Once again, it's still early. I want to mention that things are going to change. Data is going to continue to change. That happens all the time during winter weather. Just continue to stay weather aware. And don't forget, severe weather chances tomorrow. I do want to get that. I do want to mention that mainly for east of the I-30 corridor, and that is in the southeast Arkansas, the northwestern Louisiana. Northeastern Louisiana, western Mississippi area there. So once again, just continue to stay weather aware for that. But also, remember, cold air is on the way. We're going to continue to watch it, continue to keep you updated with the newest. Once again, this is the time of year where these winter weather forecasts are always fun in southwest Arkansas. They're always difficult. It's still just due to how far out it is. Be careful looking at snowfall accumulation maps. You're going to see them from models. They're going to show you, there's some right now going around that shows a bunch of snowfall. Just know that's unlikely right now, just with the way things are looking. We got to iron out more details. And as we get a little closer, we'll continue to get a better idea. And we'll continue to keep you updated with the newest. There's still going to be a lot of information to come. We'll continue to keep you updated on the page. We'll continue to do these live streams if we need to. We'll do them daily leading up to Friday. And we'll continue to keep you updated with the newest. So if there's any comments or any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. But we'll also have this reposted as a video, not only on the Facebook page, but also on the YouTube page. I do want to say a big thanks to Palmer's Roofing, J&S Auto Supply, Terry's Place, Fort Smith Therapy, Tannin Energy, and Nutrition. Make sure to check them out as well. Be on the lookout this evening. We'll have an updated 6-day forecast. We did go, I know the past few days we went ahead and put a rain-snow mix in the forecast there as well with that. There's some apps that have that. There's some that don't. There's going to be a lot of information out there. Just stay weather aware, as we always say, and as I'm going to mention James Bryant again here. He says something that is really good. Find a few trusted sources for your weather and stick with them throughout winter weather and all of that fun stuff. As we always say, as I always say, make sure you have multiple sources for weather, multiple trusted sources, not just one. Just in case something happens and we're not able to do something, we're not able to cover something due to just stuff happening or something of this nature. But just always have multiple trustful sources for weather. Be on the lookout. There's just going to be a whole lot of information out there. And as always, I don't see any questions. So that's going to bring us to the end of today's little live stream. This will be reposted as a video and all of that fun stuff. So as always, stay weather aware. As always, continue to be on the lookout for the newest information. Make sure to check us out over on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and all of the social media platforms. We'll have more information as we get closer. We'll continue to iron out the details for you, and we'll continue to keep you updated with the newest right here with your source for all things Southwest Arkansas weather. Have a good rest of your Saturday.